Pictures, this is why I have a GoPro. Zoo life. Welcome to the Bronx Zoo, where apparently these animals are not wearing masks, and they're not socially distancing either. They're way too close.
I got good snaps.
That's your man. Nope. These animals are not socially distancing at all.
I am.
I heard the Bronx River is the most waterway in the city.
We are this open society.
Some people in the Bronx.
We have scientists out in the field and zookeepers here at home protecting animals all over the world. And here we are. We have magically landed 7,000 miles away in Asia. And what do we got here? Well, we got a lot of peacocks. Those are the national bird of India. And we got some Barasingha deer. Now, among these little deer here, well, they're big deer, there's one little animal, and that is a black buck antelope female. She's the one that's walking toward us. The others are all Barasingha deer. The little deer to the right is the baby. And of course, the guy with antlers is the male. There's another male Barasingha up here by the language. They're from India. Means 12 tined. That means that the male can have up to 12 points on his antlers. I don't think these guys do. Anyway, let's hear from the deer expert.
They look tired and uninterrupted.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm part of the Wild Asia Keeper team. This area, Kanha Meadow, where we care for about 40 Barasingha deer, 15 axis deer, 10 black buck, and a pair of muntjac. We start our day by checking on all the animals, making sure they are healthy, behaving normally, and safe. Sometimes, bulls and calves are born overnight. Newborns are given a neonatal exam, which includes weighing, vaccination, and tagging for identification purposes. While the animals are in the meadow, we prepare their nighttime holding areas so that they have a safe and clean place to spend the night.
The little deer you saw in that smaller enclosure is a muntjac deer. They're from India, and they're one of our little deer species. We have several here at the monorail. Now, we all know that an animal that is extinct no longer exists. The dinosaurs or the dodo bird. The animal we're going to see was actually extinct in nature. You find them in zoos. It's called Mongolian horse, also called Chwalski-saurus. And we're in their enclosure now, and I don't see anybody right here. They must be on the top of the hill. So let's hear from the horse expert as we go up there.
Farmer.
I'm Jonathan Slatt, and I'm the Russia and Northeast Asia coordinator for the Wildlife Conservation Society. I believe that wildlife has a place on this earth, and my job is to find practical solutions that allow people and collective to protect together. Przewalski escaped from the wild in the 1960s Kazakhstan about the ongoing successful efforts in that horse's back the central step. The world needs happy stories.
I'm not reading chat right now, so yeah. But the horse is up there.
That's what's happening today, Herr Jabalski's horse.
We got our first Jabalski's horses way back in 1902. And since then, we've had over 50 baby horses born right here at the zoo. Now, we got our third up here. They're up here because some nice zookeeper has put out. Take a look at them and notice how they're different from our domestic American horses. They're little. They've got short legs and stocky bodies. And look at the mane. The mane sticks straight up in the air like a mohawk haircut. Also between the eyes, there's the forelock. That's the hair that falls between the eyes on an American horse. Now, I told you, and so did our narrator, that these horses were extinct in the wild in the 1960s. What happened was that the zoos around the world got together and said, this is good, and they does many zoos have, and they put them together. They made herds of them. Mongolia and northern China were the observation.
Is it really takes the dead off?
And now we're entering an exhibit where we revolt in species. Each one you see, they get their name from the male of the species, who has antlers in the shape of eyebrows. But we don't have any. Oh, we do have a male. Look, the first guy there. Look at those antlers. They are only beginning to be formed, but you can see they're kind of horizontal on his head. They're going to be shaped like eyebrows in about a year or so. Gaur, the Indian bison. The Gaur are the largest wild cattle in the world. Males can weigh 2,000 pounds. It's like the size of a small car. And look at the horns. A male Gaur can fight off anything, even a tiger. What endangers both of these species, humans, who are taking over their habitat.
Hell yeah. Like I said, we top of the food chain. Asserting dominance.
What I find about hearing noise of concrete jungle rather than the Asian one, sometimes we forget that the beautiful Bronx Zoo is right in the middle of New York City. And the noise you hear behind us now is traffic on the Bronx River Parkway. And we're going faster than they are.
That's
All that traffic noise, the zookeepers built the wall here to keep the noise away from the next animal. Our tiger.
like I said, if it's not running a mass, I'm jumping down there.
They live alone and they hunt alone. That's why we only have one tiger at a time here in our... As we go around the bend here,
I have enough now for all the animals.
And look at the tiger. Do not stand up.
I'm gonna have to go under.
All right, we got Anakin the tiger here today. We have 4 tigers. We alternate putting them out. Let's see where he is. I don't see him. Tigers have great camouflage, so sometimes it's really hard to spot them. Anybody see the tiger? Where? You see him? Where is he? Anyway, you know, tigers eat a lot. Anakin weighs 400 pounds.
It's over there.
So he has to eat a lot.
Cut.
They make a kill and shot. Oh, there he is. They were at one time. After a kill like that, they don't eat days. You can see what big he is. Tigers are in danger. You see all the deer that are coming toward us? Those were the deer in the first exhibit. This is still that part, that exhibit. It's the rear end of it. Look down, you'll see some spotted deer. Those are called axis deer. And what do we have? We got some black buck antelope there. The guys with the dark brown backs and the white stomachs and the little, the big horns, skinny spiral horns, those are black buck antelope. Okay. And now we're going to come up to a clump of bamboo where we keep the babirusa. Marusa is a word in the Malay language. They're from Indonesia. It means pig deer because they're wild pigs, but the males, they have tusks that erupt from the top of the snout, like the guy in the first enclosure here. Look at those tusks. They give people the impression of antlers on deer. In the second exhibit, we're supposed to have a female. Oh, there she is, under the monorail track. She's hiding.
Because he's scared.
Some of these animals hide from us.
I wonder why.
But you can't hide the next animal because there's no way to hide an elephant. Here's Happy the elephant. Look, she is picking up dirt off the ground and throwing it all over herself. Why would she do that? Well, you know, elephants don't have thumbs. They can't spray themselves with insect repellent. So they use the dirt. They throw it on themselves, and that will keep the insects off. Also, it's a good sunscreen. To the right, we have Patty the elephant. These are two old lady elephants. They're about 50 years old. They've lived here most of their lives. Look at their trunks. They've got over 40,000 muscles in those trunks. It's more than we have in our whole body. And they use those trunks to do a lot of things. They eat with them and drink with them. They can put down 200 pounds of hay every day and wash it down with 60 gallons of water. They are very pampered too. They get baths and they get pedicures. But we're going to leave Patty and Happy behind and enter the Rhino Exhibit. And I see Callie the Rhino way, way, way over there at the other end of the exhibit. So I'm going to play the Rhino cue until we get there.
The rhinos you see here are Indian rhinos. We work with habitats all over the world that are homes to rhinos. Here is a note from our field office in Sumatra, and Wulan, who works with the Sumatran rhino. Sumatran rhinos are the smallest of the world's rhinos, and they are considered critically endangered.
My name is Wulan Husterini, and I'm the Species Conservation Specialist for WCS Indonesia program. We carried out an island-wide survey of the last wild population of Sumatran rhinoceros in Indonesia. With so many unknowns on how to manage Sumatran rhinos in the wild or captivity, our studies showed definitively that we must protect them at source. The cost of doing nothing could be the extinction of the species, and I can't imagine that.
I agree.
All right, here is Callie. You know, everybody thinks the rhinos are armor-plated, but it's not true. Rhino skin is just as sensitive as ours is to insect bites and sunburn. So look at the mud wallow here. This isn't a mud puddle, it's a mud wallow. Rhinos create these by stomping around in the mud with their 3,500 pounds of weight until they've made a mud bathtub. And then they lie down and roll around in it and get mud all over themselves. Yuck. But it keeps the insects off. See, she's been out for a while. She's still a little wet. She's chomping down at some of the vegetation. Now, all the vegetation here is not exactly what all these animals would have in Asia. But it's close enough. We try to make it close, not just for their health, but for their sweet tooth. Callie is a 32-year-old Indian rhino, and they are highly endangered. There are only about 2,000 left in the world. But we take care of rhinos and tigers and all kinds of endangered species by participating in the Cooperative Zoo Management Program. It's called the Species Survival Plan. This is where we get together with zoos all around the country, and we make sure that between us, we have genetically diverse populations of these rare and endangered species.
deer.
Now we're entering an exhibit where we have 3 species of deer and 1 species of antelope. And I'm looking around, and I don't see anybody. Oh, there, look down here, right in front of the track. There is a Formosan Sika deer. They live in the island of Taiwan, which used to be called Formosa, but they have been hunted out in the wild. They are extinct in nature, just like the Mongolian wild horse used to be. And if you look down here, you see some of our little hog deer. Hog deer are short and squat like hogs. They even move like hogs. Instead of leaping over things like a normal deer, the hog deer will crawl under them like a hog. Well, you saw that I had to shoo a peacock off the track. These birds can be so obnoxious, as beautiful as they are. You know, they don't fly well, but they fly well enough to get up on top of the monorail track. And when they do, they will sit there and stare us down and just dare us to run them over. Of course, we're not allowed to do that.
Look at that backstore. It's lit.
Well, I don't know where everybody is. Oh, I see them now. Look, they're all down here. Well, okay, we got some big, dark brown animals. These are called Sandbar Deer. Now look, some of them have antlers. Those are males, and the antlers are just beginning to grow because mating season's coming up. And we see little hog deer down there. He has 1 antler. Isn't that unusual? And up there by the fence, we got some of our nilgai antelope. Nilgai means blue bull, because the bulls are kind of a bluish tint, but we don't have any bulls out today, all female. And we are now entering the Chinese tufted deer exhibit. And I'm looking around for a tufted deer. And I'm looking around for a tufted deer, and I don't see any. Okay, they're hiding. I told you, some of them hide from us. We don't tell them where to go, and they wouldn't listen to us if we did. And now we're going to cross back over the Bronx River at the highest point in our tour, 35 feet above the river level. The Bronx River is a habitat for fish and turtles, but also it's a place where migrating birds can stop and take a rest. We get ducks and geese, and there's an egret there that's been there for the past week. I don't know where he is right now, because the fishing in the river is terrific. Now we're entering a very rocky area, which is where we keep the mountain goats. We have 2 species, Himalayan tar and markhor. The markhor are the ones with the curlicue horns. Males have big horns, females have little horns. And the markhor goat is the national animal of Pakistan. All mountain goats have specially adapted hooves with rubbery cores that grip the rock like a mountain boot, only better. And all this rock is called Manhattan schist. This is what the skyscrapers are built on. You've got a vein of it that runs all the way across the Bronx and crops up here. But now we all have to be very quiet, because the next animal is asleep. He's nocturnal. That means he sleeps during the day. This is Linus. He is a 5-year-old red panda. Red pandas come in from Nepal and China, and in Nepal they're called hunho, which means fire fox. But Linus isn't related to foxes. He's not even related to the giant panda, even though he eats bamboo. Linus is really related to skunks and weasels. So remember, the Bronx Zoo is part of the Wildlife Conservation Society, the WCS. We have 5 parks here in New York City. We got the Bronx Zoo where you are right now, and there's the Central Park Zoo in Manhattan, and the Queens Zoo in Queens, and the Prospect Park Zoo.
Sounds like it. Alright, whenever you're ready to start walking forward, so I can hop over the fence and start fighting the animals. Well, you saying, used to be like being like, oh no, he's in danger, I'm gonna go help him out.
See, I love you, honey, but me going in the wildness.
So you just let me get jumped by like 15 deers?
Hey, it was like Ice Cube.
I mean, antelopes.
It was just like Ice Cube getting jumped in. Are we done yet? But then
You just gonna let me get jumped by like 15 antelopes?
I get my chuckers in.
Nah, that's on so you.
I'll get my chuckers in and ask you, are you alright?
Nah, it's on so you. I see how it is. Oh, the lion in the cut sleeping.
She's only female, so.
The antelope or the lion?
Antelope. Right here, it's only the females right here.
Yeah, because homie's in the cut over there just sleeping. See, this is how you know the zoo is fake. Because that lion will come across and assert its dominance over this whole herd. But homie in the cut just sleeping. Lazy. Huh?
Let's see if we can see it.
I'm about to wake the lion up.
Looks like babies.
Cause you know he's hungry.
Oh,
Imagine waking up every day, seeing like a whole herd of antelopes.
they get him meat.
Who wants their meat when there's live prime meat right there?
You're not going to give them the animals.
No, I'm saying let him get up, hop over the railing, and get his own shit. The zoo is supposed to be a simulation of wildlife. I want to see the lion attack the antelopes.
Oh, you want kids to freak out?
They watch Lion King.
Oh, kids watch Lion King.
They watch that Simba has bad decision making, and that Scar got screwed.
Scar screwed himself.
Scar got screwed. Scar was not even the villain.
He was a villain.
Simba killed Mufasa. There, I said it. What's over?
Yeah, we can't watch the Lion King no more.
They're over here.
That's the middle.
He looks like a Latte.
Opposite of each other.
See, that's exactly Latte. That's all the Latte mannerisms right there. Sniff the ground. No, there's no food there, but keep sniffing anyway. Lick himself. Sniff the ground again. I'm telling you, that's Latte to perfection. He even walks like Latte.
He's gonna jump on me tomorrow.
Embrace the scratching. He scratched my face. I want to fight Latte. He jumped up to lick me and scratched my mouth. I'm gonna fight Latte when I see him.
He licked your mouth?
No, he tried to lick my face, and then his paw came down on my face and scratched me instead.
Oh, now you know how you can get scratched most of the time.
What do you mean? Now I know. I had latte for 8 years. That's nothing new.
Yeah, but I can't.
Right here. Look at the lazy line.
It's hot. I'm not even mad. It's hot. The lions want us to lay down.
No, he needs to hop over the railing and get the antelope. I'm here for bloodlust.
Nice.
The zoo is a simulation of wildlife. So show me the lion attacking people.
It's chilling.
It's dead.
It's chilling.
Have you seen it move yet?
It is moving. You see it breathing.
That's shallow breaths. That lion seen better days. Lion got the Rona. Hmm?
I'm not open for 2 weeks. Usually 2 weeks. 3 months will follow them out around, but protect all the females in this fight. They has them develop stalking and pouncing skills. I like them. So they're gonna do the stages like us.
See, I am here to watch this happen.
I'm here to push you away from that happening.
I am here to watch that happen. The 2 lions get up and work together, corner one of the antelopes, and like, what you gonna do, little antelope? Then the antelope goes, and just dies. That's my honor.
Yep.
See the zebra all the way in the back? All the way over there.
Yeah, I see it now.
Oh, they definitely have different ears.
So let's go sometime.
Hmm?
Let's go soon.
They have your little kid ears.
I'll be right back. We're going to say hi to the zebra. This is my left and my right. There's too many people all the way up there, so I'm gonna do the half-ass way. They're not that tall. They ain't that tall. I can jump on one. I dunk on a giraffe.
1, 2, 3, diretso.
I'll dunk on a giraffe. Put a rim in a giraffe.
Yeah, that's fair. Guys, come on, let him walk. Come on, this way. This way.
What's funny is everyone's here for the giraffe, but no one gets to fuck with the ostrich. That's the real sad thing. No one gives a damn about the ostrich. Ostrich in the cut like, y'all don't care about us, well fuck off.
I want a pedal. They also pedal.
Yeah, but they'll kill you.
Really? Why do you know why?
Because that's how they sit there in the water.
And they go. About to join their pack like, look at me. I'm top dog now.
The one in the back is the leader.
No, I'm the leader.
Okay.
I'm just letting him take over for today, but normally I'm the leader. Like today's my off day. Alright. Let's run for that duck safety.
Yeah, all they do is
Nice fruit there. That Mr. King.
يقولوا ثبت النجم.
These poor animals. Just standing on that rock, scared for their lives. Why don't you put the great white stork in here with the sea lion?
There's a bag in here.
We want to see nature at work, don't we?
So I think that's a female. That's in the back. So it has supposed to have this like softer head.
I'll say it again. We should put the sharks in here with the sea lions.
See? How her head is softer.
How do you know it's soft? You mean smoother?
But it's smoother.
You can't tell soft by looking at it.
Smooth is soft.
No, it's not. There's a huge difference between.
He's saying his dominance.
On who? Nobody?
There's two females in him, so yeah, he's a dominant.
Until they. That's right. That's right. He's trying to assert his dominance, but on who I have no clue. This is America personified right here. The most patriotic thing I've seen in my life. The most European thing I've seen in my life right here. The whole twisting neck thing. See, that's Europe looking at America saying, damn, I wish I was like you guys. Now he's panicking because he know that would never happen.
Eastern North America, Southern Canada, Mexico, Central America. You will find them.
That bird looking right at me.
So I feel better. He's like, what you like? He's like.
That's why I thought he lost.
He's like, what are you saying at?
We had a staring contest. He bowed out.
Okay, the king is also
Over here.
nice. It's so big.
This is your king?
That's nice, but
This is your king?
you see how he looked up to you? Like, what you just say?
Now you heard what I said. He knows. This is your king. Crazy. Crazy.
Don't put around there.
What are you gonna do? Eat me when I'm dead? That's all they do. They wait for you to die, then they eat you.
It's a fucking eye.
Yeah, when I'm dead. They're scavengers. Vultures are scavengers.
Yeah, we know that.
Meaning, as long as I'm walking and moving, they don't want me. But look at all the flies, though. There's your friend? Yeah. This is my whole point about scavengers. See all the flies so don't eat his dead meat? That's my whole point right there. Oh, this is a condor. See that condor got that big dick energy. Y'all want the smoke? He out here like, let's go.
I thought he was dead.
Huh?
I thought he was in the gun. The way he just stand there.
You thought he was dead?
Yeah, the way he was just
He's standing.
like a statue, like. Whoa.
He's literally standing. How you think he's dead? See, he's just asking right now, who wants to smoke? See, this one's not here, or I'm blind. Up there. It's a small owl. His back's turned, I think.
As known as a transforming owl.
He's like, fuck you guys, I like it better when the zoo is closed. This is an owl. Oh, they live on the ground. They don't seem too happy to see us. I think this is the last bird. This is the vulture. See, this is more king. The last one over there was just bitch made. This is the actual king at work. Like, see, he's just waiting for something to die. Like, is there anything dead yet? That's notice that all the flies hang out by the vultures for this reason. The flies hang out with the dead on. As long as I'm alive, they don't want the smoke. Alright. Now we go somewhere. Next stop, I don't know. That's where we just came from. Save from extinction. Oh yeah, he's about to assert his dominance. So majestic.
No,
Roar.
Roar.
What sound did Bambi make?
They just ask me a hypothetical question.
What noise does Bambi make? Okay, they're walking away now.
I'm gonna say.
Right out of the top of her head. Look at that bubbly gum color too, Ian. That's just kind of translucent. I can kind of see Maximus right through her. All right, she's got this absolutely amazing.
You see that? That's what you call a mosh pit. All you need is to drop some excision real quick, and they also headbanging. Nah, they're making a mosh pit. Tiger shit? So Tiger shit.
Let's say it.
That's a young Tundra tiger right there. Before he was great, he was just good. But now look at him, now he's
I think we're stuck in the grass for no reason. That's like this lady knows something.
it's somewhere. That's all I can say. He's in the trees. He's in the tree with a sniper rifle.
Tigers have a ball.
How about we just put a human in here, in there, just so we tiger can come out?
No.
I volunteer.
No.
If you make the tiger come out, I volunteer to go and do it.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
No.
If you make the tiger come out, everyone can enjoy it, I volunteer to go in. Just when I say open the door, open the door. Before he comes up like, wow. There it is. He in the cut.
Oh my goodness. That is very close. Wow.
Oh, the tiger looking thick. Tony the tiger is looking thick.
Wow. Cool. Alright, we'll give it 1 minute and then we should move on so other people get a chance to come in. Wow.
Yeah.
I won't even watch the show.
That one's really big. That one back there is really big. The one by the bar is really big.
We need a shark in here. Huh?
She's mad.
She's like, I liked it better last week.
You did a pretty well.
I have
Here we go. You see those eyes? She's watching us. This one gonna get in the parking lot. Hold up. Wait, clock. Do a crane kick.
I know. As my dogs would be. I know it does. No.
There you go. See? Just like you, I told you.
Oh, you're here. That's what Simba does. He goes, no, I'm good. That's me, baby. It looks like a raccoon, though. Raccoons are scary. These guys are pretty cute. Yeah, I guess the tail part. Yeah.
Is it a pen? Is it still considered
It looks
a
like
bear?
a fox.
Is it a bear genus?
Fox? No, it's not a fox.
I didn't eat anything today.
Oh, it's so pretty. I had salad.
She's hot.
It's not that
She's panting like, no, no.
We're gonna order both.
Where's? Should we step up a little bit?
Yeah. You can be here. Oh my god!
Look at these majestic bears. There's 3 of them. Then the one that apparently, according to Jamila, looks like me. I don't see a resemblance at all.
I do.
You're a hater. I don't see anything.
Just need to control that in the hat. There you go.
I am not a bear.
Yep.
So the zoo is interesting. That's all I'm gonna say.
With so much cooking, it's a good thing there's family size.
It was fun, boss. Most of the animals were gonna happy.
25% off grocery store prices. Order
We should go again, and this time piss the animals off. But now we're doing lunch.
Here we go again.
What do you have over there?
It's a new show from the Center for
What's that? Pizza?
Radio. It's a great way to start your day on the positive side of life.
Yeah, let me see how I feel in a bit.
Just committed
Our grilled cheese.
for 4 years.
Let's get into it.
These events racially quality.
But yo, guys, see, while we out, we made a sale. Somebody digs the backpack. Someone loves the drip. She's like, get over yourself. Yo, someone loves the backpack. You can find one of these on my website, ojweezy.com. 'Cause she,
Stuff at the lower level of the D. That's-
Huh? But why would it do that though? But yeah, guys, that's the end of the vlog. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. More to come. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.